People of 8-Bit, it is June, and we are celebrating Men's Mental Health and Pride Month. With the overwhelming majority of our community falling into either of these two categories, it is the perfect time to remind everyone that we are simply that, a community.
It's easy to get caught up in it's just a game, but with 300 people plus, more than that even, in the Discord, that's 300 different lives being lived and different struggles. Sometimes something as silly as a game can be the thing that pushes you over.
We have multiple community members that are part of the LGBTQIA plus community, and we have continued to show that we have zero tolerance for hate speech. As a server, 8-Bit strives to ensure inclusivity is felt at all levels.
Yeah, so it's common in gaming for there to either be trash talk or for there to be hate speech. Everybody's seen the memes. Everybody references the old Call of Duty days, things like that. And we live in a day and age where it don't change, because I mean, your person right next to you that you're playing with, especially sitting in our VCs and stuff, you never know who's going to be in there. You don't know what everybody is. And it's not worth putting somebody in that spot to where they then start to identify with both things we're celebrating this month. And then, from that, men love to shit talk each other. That's what we do.
We take it too far sometimes.
And there are certainly lines. Everybody's got a different threshold for what they can take. And you never know what somebody's going through in their day to day. Yeah.
I'd say that's the biggest thing. We're all sitting here calling. May have some laughs and stuff, but you do never truly know what's going on in somebody's personal life. Just try to be nice. Try to be better.
Respect other people's lives,
Yeah.
And if anybody needs to talk, my DMs are open. I don't talk to a lot of people one-on-one, but if you need me, I'm around. And I'll talk to everybody.
Yeah, it's the same way I tell people if they have league issues. Like, I work nights, so I'm awake at night. Shade works days, he's awake at the day. Couch has weird hours. Always just Koala's our HR department. There's 300-something people you can DM. If you're ever feeling too much, if things are too much, reach out to somebody. Just have a conversation. You can get over it doesn't have to be verbal. It doesn't have to be face cams, stuff like that. Just DMs. Just chit chat.
It can be.
It can be.
Turn my face cam on.
Absolutely. It's never worth going any further than that. We've all dealt with struggles. Me and Shade are both late 30s. Wives, kids. The struggles of life mount up. I've laid in a bed with my rifle until Shade and Koala called me to make dinner plans. Shade, you remember that. It is what it is. So, but conversation. Rely on your people. This is what we're here for.
I spend 60 hours a week in VC chats. If you see me in there, you can always reach
there
out.
For you.
You can always reach out. I try to get a lot of people involved, and I'm here. Just looking at VC chat, you'll probably see me. Again, Bacon said it may be some weird hours, but always available.
You're gonna have to DM me. I don't sit in those VCs like that.
Shade is pretty good about responding quickly to DMs, though. But just don't let things sit. It is a game. It's all silly, but we're all here for a number of hours throughout the week. Why not use it? If you're feeling shitty, if you're a part of the whole LGBTQ community and you're going through stuff, we may not be able to relate, but we can chit chat. Again, I'm in my 30s. I got a lot of life experience. I'm willing to at least listen. And we have other community members that also identify as part of that community. Reach out to them. It can be conversation. And then yeah, men, just talk. That's all it is.
It's very easy to bottle things up.
A lot of men suffer alone because they feel like that's manly.
Mm-hmm. Just keep
Listen,
it in.
I
Don't
bottled
say
it
anything.
for so long, and yeah, you can get to a dark place. Don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's life is worth living, and we love you. We want you here. I love talking to everybody in here. I've even butted heads with a few people. I DM with them, and we're cool. We're buds. You know, like I love everybody in our community. I want you guys to be here. Communicate with us.
Absolutely. Well, boys, let's get to the podcast. Yeah.
Y'all
Go.
have fun.
We only
think
played
that was-
2, so like, I
That's
mean,
true. That's only that's
I don't think we can
50%.
blame that on
That's an
Mincy.
F. It's bad times.
Not in college.
Yes, in
on the curve,
college.
you know?
Well, isn't like 60 passing?
Yeah, that's a
Which
D.
would
That's
mean
not 50.
50 is failing, Jay.
Okay, well, it's close.
I hate him. I hate him.
Yes.
JT, you and me of all people should know what a failing grade in college is.
Whoa!
We of all
4
people
years.
should know that.
It's been 4 years.
Yes.
Podcast, powered by the 8-Bit Nation, bringing you everything you need to know in the competitive world of 8-Bit Nation, League, Pixel, and Prism. I'm the Dwarf Bard, here to introduce to you your hosts, Bacon, Shade, Koala, Koa, and Jay.
Welcome back to the pod, season 2, week 10 review. I got everybody here, all of us, all the gang. How
Yeah.
you doing, boyos?
Jay, how was Buck Wild?
It was great. Round trip flights, paid for. The best trip, they'd say.
Did you send child support, Koala?
I haven't heard anything.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, week 10 review. Everybody's here. You guys just want to dive into it, or you guys got anything to say?
This is the final
March?
week of the regular season coming up.
Oh.
Already.
It is. Yeah, already.
I don't have to play it. I don't have to play it.
We won't have to play again. Look him go.
Shade was about to
I'm
say
playing.
the merch link below. Do the thing.
Yeah, the merch.
Shade's wearing it. I
The
wish.
rest of you suck.
Can we recreate the shirt Koala's wearing, but for the nation?
Oh, Nation going down?
Yeah,
Going up.
up in that purple.
Yeah, it is.
I don't have that shirt option. That's a certain shirt.
That's an offset.
I can put it in purple.
We'll find it.
You want to be boomer?
Put it in purple.
Anywho, Koa just lost his first tournament of rematch.
I did.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Yeah.
Not great.
The
They
shit
had
Stuff to
something
iron
together.
out. We only really all of us started playing together 2 days ago, so it's not crazy. There's another one next weekend that we'll probably do again, so tune in for that.
Yeah, we were just yelling at you guys to pass, and
I agree completely.
then you wouldn't.
I also
Yeah,
agree
you guys
with
were
that
almost into
statement.
us. It was crazy.
Yeah,
I did like watching though the one that we got to watch.
true. Yeah, it was pretty scuffed, to be honest.
Hey,
Hopefully-
He got kicked out.
that
I
first
mean,
game was legit though. Went to
Yeah, it was
0-0
like
OT.
Yeah, I don't know how long was the OT? Does anyone remember?
2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes.
Yeah, around that.
I was too
Then they got a
sad
header
to
in.
look at the thing.
slumped, so I didn't get to watch it.
Jay's asleep.
Didn't get to or chose not to.
Chose.
I
Not
woke
to.
up to where Mincy was frustrated that he wasn't able to join the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made an
So-
active
50.
decision to not support the rematch team, Jay.
Yeah, JT.
It was either I don't form a sentence today on the podcast,
Jay, you
or
got like 40 minutes of sleep. It couldn't have made a difference.
and it worked. It worked.
We'll see.
I'm
Little tiny
forming
baby J.
great sentences.
Hashtag
All right, but
Sleepy
yet-
Jay in general. Do the thing.
Check out the rematch team when they stream. That's going to be a thing. Mince is
gonna be the caster. Koa, you're on the team with who?
It's Vice and Kilo are the people from this server, and then Obi and Javi are from we met them playing Range. So
Awesome.
yeah, but they're also now in the server too. So if you see them, say hi.
Right on. Happy to have them. Let's dive on into Week 10 review. Leftover? It's weird to
Not
put
leftover.
It's weird to put there.
The full
It
course.
does say leftover.
It
It
does.
says leftover.
So first game, Foxtrotters 3-1, the Bandits, my team.
Mm.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah, gentlemen's sweep. We won the first one, lost the next 3. The only one that wasn't that close was the first game we won. That was with Dishonored in though.
Sub game.
So they played, Dishonored, who is their sub. Diabeta Brett was the one out, and Koa, you cast this one, right?
Maybe no, I don't think I
It was
did
like-
this one.
It was like Monday.
I did the Falcons game.
Oh, maybe it was Doggo then. Yeah, that one wasn't that close. But the next two, Brett comes in, KC wins 2-0. Just kind of capitalized on opportunities, and misses, and slightly missed touches. But it wasn't
I
like
confirmed it was Doggo, by the way.
okay, yeah, it wasn't. It was. I think it was a 1-0 game for like half the game, and then they scored a late one with a couple seconds left or something. But yeah, not great.
You let everybody down, Bandits.
Tough L. It's a tough team. It's a good team.
No, it is. Yeah, you
They won
just
like
gotta-
11 in a row.
yeah, we just need better touches, and Brett's playing really well. Like he's creating space for Mom Debbie, and then Breezy is just consistent on the back end or wherever he needs to be, and they're tough to break through.
Right
Can't
on.
let Mom Debbie start cooking.
It's the man.
That's a
Game
problem.
5 Demon.
Yeah, he had
I keep thinking
Yeah.
it's over, and then Koala has more.
yeah, dude, yeah.
There's a pause. I go. He's like, no, I got more.
My man's got notes here.
Let him go.
I mean,
He's got some
game
things to
3,
say.
he had 3 goals and the assist on the 4th goal, 4-3 game. Like, just kind of took it over.
Shit, I think you can go.
I don't want to talk. It's going to happen again.
I think you can go this time.
We
I
had
lost that
the
koala.
Eclipse and Monarchs play each other. Eclipse got a 3-0 sweep. I mean, I saw it coming. You know, I don't
Yeah,
have much to say about the games.
I don't either. I mean, it was great showing from Eclipse here. Late season needed it. Obviously, going into this week, still need it, but it's good luck going into the last game of the season. So,
It just out rotated them.
Yeah, they got Eclipse next week. Eclipse has Illusion, right?
Game of the week. Game of the week.
coming up. That's
get there.
crazy.
We'll get there.
Bacon.
Next, we had the Demons versus the Harriers. Demons taking the sweep here, continuing their run of very necessary wins to be potentially eligible for the playoffs. This was DK, Cozy, and Jared the whole series. They did not have Luigi. Cozy did plenty of work, as we've talked about. Jared did something in Game 3. Jared, I know you're listening. You did something. Congratulations.
Good job doing a thing.
Don't DM me this week, please. Thank you. No, it was a very solid, balanced performance from the Demons, which I think was important for them to show. after the criticism that I gave them last week. It could be very cozy forward. If you shut down cozy, you beat that team. And against Harriers, they proved that may not be the case. Yep, and that's it. It was a if they lost that game, they were eliminated, despite their victories over Mudcats and Pharaohs.
That would
Harriers.
have been hilarious.
This was a must-win for Harriers as well, and they showed up not ready for the moment. Their game 1 was close. Game 2 was not. It was 4-1, and game 3 was 4-0. So Demons definitely ran away with it after game 1. And yeah, it sets the whole stage for week 11. Week 11 Pixel is crazy.
Right on. We Pharaohs, we had a game. We played the Fallen, and we took it 3-2.
Crazy.
We did reverse
5
sweep things.
games.
Yeah, with a reverse sweep. Fallen had us on our heels. They had us in the first half.
Not gonna lie.
That game, those games were kind of shaky to start. Both were OTs. I think, yeah, the first 2 games went to OT. It was 2-1 in the first one. The Fallen beat us. It was a bummer. And then game 2 was 6-5 in OT.
Was a hell of a game too.
What the? I have it noted down that neither team knew what a defense was.
Pretty much.
It's crazy.
Really, throughout
What
the
a
whole
night to go to
series.
bed early.
Yeah, through the whole series, there were 30 total goals scored.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely moving up there. Big shout out to Wrath and Neo. I thought both of them played very well throughout the series. And then we started doing things. So yeah,
Yeah. You guys had me worried, but
was
y'all
scary.
did it.
it was.
I need to go back and watch that one.
It was so good.
It was a good series.
hmm
I feel like we let game 1 slip away from us.
We did.
I think we could have won that easily, and we jacked around and found out.
Yes, game 2 was a slugfest. With the no defense both ways, it was just offenses in the spotlight. Big punch for big punch, and they took that one. And then yeah, game 3 I don't think was OT, but I think game 4 was OT as well. Shade.
Yeah, that sounds
game
right.
2 was.
I think
Yeah,
that
3 of
sounds
the
right.
first 4 games were OT. It was wildly stressful.
Because you scored the OT winner in game 4, right?
Oh my god, how long was that stream?
I don't know.
Dude,
I
yeah,
watched it
dude,
in
30
1.5
goals.
speed.
I'm gonna go look.
Yeah, I watched it in almost 2 times speed, so to take my notes.
That's the way to do
But
it. So,
That is the way
Myth
to do
Myth
it.
actually showed up in these games. That was nice to see. He started doing things. Stewie just cooks. He's involved all the time. Game 3, he led the team in every stat. He was just cooking.
He's that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I jumped in on the cast every once in a while.
That was
because
wild. It's wild to watch back. Yeah, if not for the gameplay, go watch it back for the commentary.
the casters were great. It was D-Fane, Red Guy,
It's
and
only-
yeah.
Jammin.
It's only 49 minutes on YouTube.
There wasn't a lot of lead-in because it came right after a game that was.
Well, he
scheduled-
cuts that off anyway, really.
Oh, yeah, I don't know then. Well, so which means under normal it would have been like an hour on Twitch. So I don't know. I'd have to
Yeah.
look at the other YouTube ones and see what else is up at that length.
Nah,
But no, yeah.
I mean, that's a little bit longer than
Yeah, I'm gonna assume
most
were
of them.
30
Yeah.
minutes.
But D-Fane, Red Guy, and Jam did a great job in the booth. D-Fane
They were
definitely
fun.
kept the hype going, and then yeah, Shade pop it in every now and then. There was a conversation about oatmeal. Go check that out and weigh in Combined League General if you want.
I have a question. What was the conversation about oatmeal?
Well, you need to go listen to it.
Yeah, go listen to it and chime in. Combined
right.
League General.
You start the chiming in, okay?
Apple cinnamon.
Yeah, we'll ask you.
No,
Co.
you just need brown sugar.
Brown
Yeah, what's
sugar.
your favorite
Brown sugar.
oatmeal?
Maple brown sugar.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah. Probably. There was the apple cinnamon one that I had when I was
Those
younger.
aren't bad.
That was bomb, but I haven't had oatmeal in a really long time, so
I want to so bad right now.
Yeah, I kind of want to make some.
But after that series, that took us to another pivotal one. We had Falcons and Illusion. Falcons not so much. At the point that they had played this game, they had clinched a spot. But Illusion just fighting for positioning going into Week 11. Came up short. Falcons taking it 3-1. Falcons did this without Cloudsy, which off and on throughout the season I've been interested to see when they've played without Cloudsy. Once we realized they didn't have Cloudsy, I kind of expected more from Illusion here. And I think
no Bula either. No Bula.
Right. Which, yeah, I don't know what
I think that's important.
I don't know what the starting roster should be for Illusion, but it has been Bula, so no Bula. He got engaged. Congrats, Bula.
He did.
Congrats.
And yeah, Illusion took, I forget which one they took game 2.
Yeah.
And that it was a solid effort across the board, but then in every other game it was a little Defane and Craney top heavy. Smurfy found it hard to get into the game. And that's why the results kind of went the way they did. Cheeto played well on the offensive end. Arium stepped up and had a really great
played really
series.
well.
Pitcop just did Pitcop things. Very strong showing from the Falcons top to bottom without what should be a starting member. Yeah.
Illusion's roster is too offensive heavy when Bula's not in it. There's multiple times I watched that game where, the very last goal in the game was in overtime. Illusion lose because Smurfy gets dunked on the goal line. It bounces off of Defane, who's already coming out of net.
Yeah.
So then he redirects it.
That's right.
And then it gets dunked in. Yeah. Like that. And it was like a microcosm of the entire series. It's just everyone going on offense too early, no one staying back, and then they get punished for it.
I will say there were some crazy saves out of them in this series, though. There were some crazy saves out of everybody in the series.
Because they're always trying to get back.
Yeah.
It is a scramble. And Illusion will have to shore that up because they've got Eclipse Week 11, and that's basically for a playoff spot.
It's going to be the same story.
And that's if there's any team I have great confidence that can counter, it's going to be a Boomer managed team. They're going to counter well and take advantage of over-aggression. So, mountain to climb for Illusion.
If Illusion's not hitting the shots into the corners, they're not winning because they're always going to be too aggressive, and then it gets pushed behind them.
Yep. Good, Koala.
Havoc 3-1 the Mudcats.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was also a gentleman's sweep. Mudcats won the first one. Just Havoc overcommitting. So, Mudcats, yeah. There's not much to talk about this one, honestly. Like,
They look bad.
Yeah, after game 1, Mudcats looked slow. Havoc sped up quite a bit. Started playing a little bit more
super
consistent.
active.
And honestly, it was funny because Liam was sitting right here managing them because my team was scrimming to play right after them. And I can hear the comms of Havoc during the games that they're winning. They're going at each other, correcting each other, continuing to kind of build there. So they're still actively building chemistry, and you saw that on the stream as they sped up. Taking the criticism, getting better, and closing that out 3-1. That was a matchup of 1 versus 3 at that time. Huge seeding implications. So this was a big one. Mers was on a new PC setup too. He had bought a new PC that day.
Oh, that's a little weird.
Yeah, he said there was some input lag and some stuff that he has to figure out. So I copy him or not, we'll see.
I don't know. He didn't look quite the same. Like a lot of his touches was like.
Update your
Surprised.
driver, young man.
Update your drivers.
But the Havoc were just in the midfield, cutting off passes, clears. They most of the series they couldn't get out. Mudcats couldn't get out of their half.
Yep, very much so. That's going to do it for Pixel. Over in Prism, we had Wave versus Scallops. This is another one. The chats and DMs, crazy. Both teams needing a 1-day. I believe this is the Wave's 4th week in a row of needing a 1-day. That is the hot button conversation. Rest assured, there's plenty of owners right here. We will be talking about that in the off season. Wave subbing in Synth, and Scallops subbing in Sunny. 2 very good players. Not enough for the Scallops here. Wave taking it 3-1 and solidifying a playoff spot.
Yeah. Also, the kicks the Scallops out. Right, they're now eliminated.
Yes, with all everything in Prism is not every the 8 teams are set. Playoffs are clinched. It's just seeding now. So Wave in, Scallops out.
Bummer.
Did who picked Stanahatchee to get eliminated? I remember someone did.
It's down there.
Did we save him down here?
Shade has the Scallops
Oh,
not
damn.
making it. Bacon had the Wave not making it. He's wrong. Everyone's wrong except for Shade on Prism.
The rest of us picked Ospreys, right?
Yep. Me and Jay picked the
I think I
Wave.
picked Wave,
Walakoa picked Ospreys. Shade picked Scallops. Shade's right.
I did. Hey, the Harrier pick.
Sorry.
Though.
Yeah,
Harry
that was my other pick. You guys all copied me.
Yeah,
Good thing we're not keeping track.
We just did. We just put it all out there. We literally tracked it.
Never- God.
He
Can we go
took
to the
a
next
hit right
game,
before we
please?
recorded.
Good thing we're not. We are. We just did.
It's right there.
There's no number
All right.
next
On
to it.
paper.
All right. The
No
next
number.
game, the next Prism game, we had Phantoms 3-0 sweep over the Rednecks. Rednecks suck. That includes myself.
Whoa. The first 2
that's-
games were close. You guys had a chance.
Close,
What are you
just
talking
yeah,
about?
just still lost.
Yeah, they were close. That last one got out of hand quickly.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Well, and if you started like 30 whatever minutes, 45 minutes late, I wanted to punch Ben in the balls, and I was just like, "What? Dude? Like, let's play this game."
Oh yeah, that was that one.
Because it was like
Oh,
on
God.
the update. It was a shit
I
show.
forgot about that.
I was gonna be up for it, and I had to go to bed.
Well, you didn't miss anything. So,
I assumed.
See, that's the gray area thing. Like, everybody was warned about the update. I believe you guys had moved the time 30 minutes for the update, right?
yeah.
But then somebody hadn't updated.
Well, yeah. So Banks's game hadn't updated. It was going to take like 45 minutes to update, with like 5 minutes till the game started,
Right.
Call Walmart, get a boost in your
That's
internet.
right.
and then
because
and
Red
yeah,
Knight
so we had to
was
sign Huntu, yeah,
Yeah.
and so yeah, we just kind of hopped in.
Hell yeah.
It was great.
It was close the first 2 games.
That's great. It's great that it was close the first 2 games.
It was
Yeah.
it was pretty entertaining 3-0 sweep. To be fair.
Well, thanks. I guess I could be of some entertainment.
Good job, Ben Koa Huntu. Yay.
You guys entertain us.
0-2.
That'll take us to the Ospreys taking a sweep against the Hydras, which I wasn't expecting. Definitely, well, I guess the Nerd Justin pickup might not have worked out as well as Verm might have hoped.
Yeah.
But I did not expect to see the Ospreys beat the Hydras. I don't know. Were the games close? The first 2 were close. 1-2 in both games, and then 0-4 in game 4. 3. Whoa. But
It's not the most shocking. I mean, Ospreys had just 3-0'd Phantoms as well, and most of this season, Phantoms and Hydras have been 1-2.
right, they 3-0'd the Phantoms. We had a 1-day. Right.
I mean, ball is ball. They still went out and win it. You guys didn't beat the Phantoms, so
Hey, but we created a monster, and they started losing games. So
You put up the
You
blueprint.
took one game from them.
Hey, it was the first game they've lost all season.
It's true.
He put
That's
the
very
blueprint out
true.
there, Bacon. Get off
Yeah,
the dick.
sure. But anyway, I mean, yeah, Osprey's been putting in work. That's 2 big victories, 2 big sweeps over top playoff teams. I don't know. The Hydras did not look well. They have not looked well since the signing of Nerd Justin. Period. Love Nerd Justin. Hasn't looked great.
I believe the Ospreys clinched with that game. I think
They did.
they needed that to either stay in or
That game right
Yeah.
there solidified everything. If the Ospreys would have lost that, it kept multiple teams still in play. But Ospreys winning locked up the 8 teams for the playoffs.
pain.
Pain indeed. Our next game was the definition of pain for one team. Hurricanes 3-0 swept the Hornets. This turned out to be a meaningless game for the Hurricanes as they are eliminated, but trouble in paradise for Houston as they are a playoff team and got their ass whooped by Hurricanes here. It was not close. It was not great. Koala, your boy Streak, did not look comfortable.
The hell, Koala.
He was the best looking one on that team, though.
He
What
was.
happened?
Yeah, he was. So Houston's got to. They have to have a get right week in week 11 because playoffs come quick. Can't be getting destroyed by a non-playoff team like that.
Koala the streak stand.
He is. Streak's that guy.
He was the only one that looked decent on that team.
How dare you talk about my glorious old manager boss gamer like that?
Well, why don't you talk to Boss and ask him what happened?
Because he sucks.
Well,
Oh,
Clip it.
and send it to
All he can do is save the ball. That's all he's good for.
a word. A
Bet you
word.
wish you had those skills.
Shut up. Maybe.
Maybe. Mm,
But that'll
Next.
take us. Hey, shut the hell up, Jay.
go next.
So quiet, dude. Jesus
Go
Christ.
next.
Why don't you just put your blanket on and sit there and
Yeah.
shut up?
You're such an
only,
old man.
it's only 98 degrees where you're living right
Dude,
now.
it's hot as hell, and this bro's sitting
I'm
there
in
in
a
a blanket.
basement. What are you talking about? It's colder down here.
Wah.
sex dungeon.
All right.
Wait.
The next game, Nightmare 3-1 over the Otakus.
Whoa.
I'm surprised they took a game.
That was what I was gonna say. The only thing that's surprising is the Otakus took a game off the Nightmare.
And they took the first game. So, like, we were playing, and the report came in that Otakus were up 1-0, and it's like, oh, shit. Like, things might be happening.
upset alert.
And then 20-something minutes later, the dream was gone. Nightmare did it.
A lot
Yeah.
closer, I think. Otaku's only scored 2 goals, but their defense was a lot better than I've seen in recent weeks.
Well, that's something for a team that's not the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Gotta look at the positives, man. Jesus.
No, there is no positives.
Only pain.
Only pain and suffering.
Missed playoffs, just poop the bed.
What else is there?
The Sentinels still have to play the High Flyers. That's tonight, the time we're recording the pod. So we're not going to be able to watch that.
Did you guys
I don't
win?
think.
Ooh.
Looking forward into the future, I don't feel like we win. But
What's the series
The
score? What did
fuck?
you guys lose?
we lost
3-2?
the probably 3-1.
5?
You guys
more
lost
accurate.
3-1, Jay?
Yep.
Was it a gentleman's
Why
sweep?
do you guys suck?
They're
Um,
soft.
Just a little, the chemistry's a little shaken right now.
Dude,
if you want me to be
dude.
honest.
I really hope that you lose this game in a gentleman's sweep. Just because I'm going to come back here and be like, you had no confidence. That's why you lost. This is you.
Jay, you are the
I've done this
number
before.
1 team in Prism. Why do you not have confidence?
The number one.
Don't fucking
Come
say
on.
it. It's not opinion. Stupid.
I don't believe that we should be the number
We're
one.
number 1 because the Phantoms took it one day, and that's the only reason why.
What else is there?
What else is there?
Well, 5. Because
Um,
lost.
Okay, so you'd be number 2.
No, if
mean,
the
no.
Phantoms would have won, we would be number 2. But if
Okay.
we lose this week, we drop down to maybe 4.
You're confusing us.
Okay, all right.
So you're you're at least
I've
the
got my
second
own
best team in the
scenarios.
league.
You're a top 2 team in the league.
With 0 confidence.
I have 0 confidence right now.
I was
Well-
talking mad shit on the Demons when we were going to play them, and they just beat the best team.
Fake it
Must
till
be
you make
nice,
it,
I
Jay.
guess. I can't.
God damn it, Jay.
I'm not a shit talk guy. I'm not gonna shit talk.
You don't
a
have
team
to
before I
shit
play 'em.
talk. You can just say
Shit
you're
talk.
going
Tell
to
them they
win.
suck,
Get
Jay.
a little confidence.
Tell them we're sweeping you easy. Perfect sweep coming.
This
Nope.
is a perfect opportunity
happening.
to do it because they're not even going to see it until after
Low.
the game.
Low
Exactly.
They
expectations.
can't even use it as bulletin board material.
Low expectations. I cannot expect to sweep a team if our chemistry's buns.
Jay, talk a little shit. I can cut it out if you guys lose. Talk some shit.
He won't cut it
No,
out.
he won't get it
Shut
out.
up. Shut up, Colin.
He doesn't do that.
He
Yeah,
totally
because-
would.
You know how many times he said, "Oh yeah, we'll just cut this out," or "We'll add this in," and then that part happens, and he tells the people that it's going to happen in the podcast. It never happens.
I've cut stuff. Yeah,
It's
having
so
to go back
good.
in and add stuff, I forget that shit all the
Watch,
time.
I can make him cut it. I
need
can make
to
him cut it
notes.
right now.
And we're back.
But now I'm really gonna make him cut it because it's that time of the podcast.
It is.
So mysterious.
Mm. So we're gonna cut to future Koa. Thank you. I'm back. It's me, Koa. We're back with your Pixel and Prism Players of the Week. Whoa. Alright. For your offensive Pixel player, we have Wiko for his 5 goals and 4 assists in their 3-1 win over the Mudcats. Big game for the Honolulu Havoc. Defensively, we have Pit Cop for his 8 saves in their 3-1 win over Illusion. For your Prism Players of the Week, offensively, we have KX. Good job, KX, for his 6 goals and 2 assists in their 3-0 sweep over the Hornets. And last but not least, we have our Defensive Player of the Week for Prism, Hallow, for his 11 saves and, in their 3-2 win over the Lincoln Seminoles. That'll do it for your Players of the Week. Back to the desk. And we're back. Thank you, Future Koa. Gorgeous as always.
Hope you
Absolutely
fixed your
stunning.
mic.
Crushed it.
Yeah, I hope your
Oh.
mic's better.
I hope you lick my balls.
Whoa!
Fix your mic and present them.
Present.
Well, there's no interview.
No. not this week.
What?
So
We can-
if you want interviewed and have a face cam,
DM
let
me.
us know.
Yep.
Must have face cam. No more of this bullshit Smurfy gets on without a face cam.
If you interview Smurfy one more time, we're
That's not
we're on the one.
We're gonna have to kick you off
I
the
will
podcast.
not interview Smurfy until he has a face cam.
Hmm.
That's what you said before.
Yeah, and then I lied, but now I'm on it.
At least we're not
We
tracking it.
defenders, man.
At least we're not tracking.
No, nothing negative.
Could be.
Jay, talk
We
about
just
your
give a
most
joke
favorite
today.
opinionated thing.
Yeah, it's standings time, and Prism. We've got everybody in the playoffs already. Just need them seeded. Right now, we've got the Sens at the number 1 seed at 7-2. Yet to play. Dude, he is
Poor guy doesn't know you guys are gonna lose tonight.
Back on!
Poor guy.
what the fuck?
He's gonna be so sad to hear that you guys are gonna lose tonight.
Yeah, fix your hair, buddy.
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
My hat went in the trash can.
We've
That was
lost
great.
control.
We've got the Nightmare and Phantoms at 7-3 at 2-3. The High Flyers at 6-3 that still have to play tonight at 6-3. Hydras at 6-4 in the 5 spot. Wave, Ospreys, Hornets at 5-5, 6, 7, 8. Scallops at 4-6 at the 9 spot, eliminated from the playoffs. Hurricanes 3-7, eliminated from the playoffs. Rednecks and Otakus 2-8, and they're gone forever.
They're gone. Koala's past judgment. It's over.
That'll bring us into Pixel. The top 6 teams have clinched. The Monarchs have been eliminated. Havoc and the Mudcats and the Pharaohs are all at 8-2, all tied for the 1, 2, and 3. Fox Riders are sitting alone at 4 at 7-3. Falcons are 5, sitting at 6-4. Eclipse and the Demons are 4-6, sitting at 7-8. Fallen are 3-7. Harriers are 3-7, and Illusion are 3-7, all tied for the 9, 10, 11 spot. And then the Monarchs are gone forever at the 12th spot at 1-9.
Yeah.
Tough.
So let's talk about that, because we got 6 teams clinched, 1 eliminated, which means we have 5 teams in play for the final 2 spots in playoffs. Your scenarios. Where's it at? Come back. Whew. Erie Eclipse, clinch with a win. It's that easy. Or a New Mexico win and an Atlanta win versus Birmingham. Deadwood, clinch with a win, or all of the following. They have to lose in 5 to New Mexico. Erie beats Inchin, and Atlanta beats Birmingham in 5. That's the only way Demons get in with a loss. Very specific. We've got games. New Mexico needs to win and have Atlanta lose. Or win in 3 plus Erie win. Win in 4 plus Erie win and Atlanta win in 4 or 5. Or win in 5 plus an Erie win and Atlanta win in 5. Game diff tiebreakers go hard. Atlanta's scenario much simpler.
Good Lord.
They clinch with a win and an Inchin win and a Deadwood win. Or if they win in 3 plus an Erie and New Mexico win in 4 or 5. Inchin clinch with a win versus Erie, and they need Deadwood to beat New Mexico or Atlanta to beat Birmingham. So they are the...
It's a possible path.
It is definitely possible.
Like I wanted to be able to bill the Inchin Eclipse game as win and in, period. It's not. Inchin do have a path to where if they win, they do not make it. Do we think that's going to happen? Probably not. I haven't looked at all the predictions. I assume we're all picking Deadwood against New Mexico. So as long as Deadwood beats New Mexico, the Eclipse Illusion game is purely a win and in, period. Or if Atlanta beats Birmingham. But yeah, those are your scenarios for the 2 playoff spots in Pixel.
Hell yeah.
Indeed.
I am playing this week.
Let's go.
Word?
You are?
Yes, sir.
Who do you guys play?
Atlanta.
Uh-oh. Trouble.
It'll be fine.
There are no trades and signings. That's not a thing.
Yet.
So it's a Koala and Koa thing.
Yeah.
I wish my mouse would work. There it is. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I was like, well, I'm definitely picking someone from the Eclipse Illusion game. And partly because I don't know who's going to play, whether it's going to be Blah or Smurfy, I took Defane. I mean, he's going to have to hit his shots. Or figure out the rotation, but I'm betting he's going to have to hit his shots. So, or Eclipse is just going to out-rotate them to death, and
which I think is definitely the more likely answer.
That's what I think so.
Yeah.
I think so too. So,
my
have to step
player.
up.
Oops.
He does that. That's the thing he likes to do.
Likes to pause and then
keep talking.
And then he waits for someone else to start talking.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to say
no,
I wasn't waiting on you to talk.
I don't believe it for a second.
But
at least we're not tracking it.
Oh. 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 My player to watch is Streak. They got their butts kicked last week. You got to bounce back going into the playoffs. Here.
I'm happy about that.
You got their butts kicked.
Hell yeah!
But yeah, you got to pull your team out of the mud, Streak. Going to the playoffs here into week 11. So figure it out, young man.
Do it.
Absolutely.
All right. Now we gotta scroll down here to the best part of the show, the predictions for week 11. Oh my god.
We made it.
Obviously on top of the board here, we got that Eclipse and Illusion game.
Game
Well,
of the week.
The big three going for Eclipse, our buddy Boomer. The other two stand with Smurfy.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm here for the drama, and the drama would go down if Smurfy wins, and that's what I want. So I'm just gonna pick Smurfy.
I want to see them win, and then I want to see their dreams get crushed.
'Cause that is another thing. Eclipse could lose and still make playoffs.
Yeah.
So
I want the Illusion to win this game and have the hope that they're making playoffs, and then
Only to get it snatched away.
get eliminated later on in the week.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, that'd
I
be
would-
heartbreaking.
And
That's what I'm
also,
wanting.
depending on when the game's played, like
oh yeah.
scenarios might be figured out.
Dude, they're playing, and oh man,
Yep.
they can't
Yeah,
even make it in, and they're playing the game.
I would like them to know or not know beforehand. That'd be the best.
Yeah, I'm putting the faith in Boomer here. I got $50 on the line on essentially this game alone. So, Boomer beats Smurfy. Smurfy owes me $50. Happy days.
On to Luxor versus Honolulu. Almost a sweep here, except there's two that aren't.
I'm jumping on the koala
Almost
train.
half.
There's two stupid people here on the panel. Those stupid people like to speak up and tell us why you're so stupid.
I just beat the Mudcats, dude.
Listen, we scrimmed them.
Oh, you scrimmed them.
We were winning with me.
Yeah, scrims
They're
matter.
garbage.
We
They're
got
bad.
I don't know Boomer was in the VC right now. It's crazy.
Listen, Boomer would tell you scrims don't matter, and then we scrimmed this team. So they're the
team in
best.
the nation.
I've always said, why are you scrimming if you don't want to win them? If you ain't scrimming to get better and win these scrims, you're an idiot.
Listen, but if there's any scrims that matter, it's probably when we've played Honolulu. We've played like 30 games against them this season. So, we've scrimmed them a lot.
30 games.
And how much do you win those?
So you got the book.
About
Yeah.
30 of them.
What's
It's in the 20s.
interesting?
So, quite a lot.
Well, to be fair, we scrimmed them too, and
Uh-huh.
beat them pretty good too.
Uh-huh.
So,
I know this.
And you're like, I'll pick them.
well, it's clearly it doesn't seem
Scrims
to
don't
matter during. It doesn't seem to matter during fucking actual games. They play pretty well. So,
All right. Luxor needs to scrim the bandits. That's what we need to do. So,
Do we lose to the Bandits if we want to win them?
probably, yeah.
What's the meta there?
Yeah, we got to lose, scrim to the bandits, and then go beat Havoc. Swear to God, Couch, Koala, if y'all scrim the Havoc before our game, I send it back.
Idiots.
I don't make the schedule.
I know. I'm
We
looking
do
at
have a
Couch.
sweep in the next game, though. Nobody
Yeah.
believing in Madison?
Who would?
We're all rolling around in the mud?
They've given no
Europe.
reason.
I tend to think so, though. I think Madison has a shot in this because I'm curious if T-Mac truthfully wants to avoid playing demons in the first round.
Nah, he's not that soft.
Maybe the words have been out there. It's been talked about. I don't know. So
In no way, shape, or form.
People are saying.
I think it will also depend on the timing of that game. Because if Havoc beat Luxor, Havoc are the 1 seed. Period. If we beat Havoc, all the Mudcats have to do is win and get the 1 seed. Then they'll be playing 8. 8 could be anybody. Demons they can get as high as 7. So it's hard to predict right now without any of the games happening. So it's really going to depend on when that game is scheduled. I personally think if we beat Havoc and Mudcats have not played their game, that Madison will win that series.
You didn't pick them.
Fuck you. Right here. Right now. The problem is I already have my game scheduled and it's kind of late in the week, so I would be really surprised if Mudcats are after that. But
Well, you just picked Madison.
I'll pick Madison. So
He's
Interesting.
picking
You
Madison.
ruined our
did.
sweep.
I
You made
did.
me a liar.
Yeah,
the sweep is
it's
done.
lying.
It's over.
All right. Well, okay. Well, we fixed the sweep problem with the next one
No, we
with
didn't.
Foxtrotters versus
Oh, yes, we did.
the Pomegranate Falcons.
Pomegranate.
GT's
Right, that's
special.
We all took Foxes. Pretty.
I took the Trotters, actually.
obvious.
I took KC.
No, you didn't. In fact, you typed Fox.
No, I didn't.
I'm tracking it.
Show me the Carfax.
Yeah, so we're all taking the Foxtrotters.
This is a streak v streak. That's Foxtrotters are on a 7-game win streak. Falcons are on a 5-game win streak. Both teams hot leading into the playoffs. Somebody's got to take an L. It matters for seeding. Foxtrotters can get as high as 2 in seeding.
Damn, really?
Well, they're a game behind, and they beat Honolulu. So it would require Luxor beating Honolulu,
Yeah, you guys would beat
and
them.
then them winning the game diff tiebreaker between Honolulu, and they would need Mudcats to lose. Mudcats lose, Havoc lose, KC wins. It's going to come down to game diff for seeding 2 through 4 there. And Boston
Well, I
can still
don't track
technically
that.
get 4
That's
because KC can drop to 5 if Boston snags a win. So crazy.
Crazy.
Interesting. We got them Bandits taking on the Harriers, as we alluded to earlier when I asked Koala. And it's another sweep. We are taking the Bandits. Nobody believes in them Harriers.
I'm going to say his claw don't fold.
Ren and Panda gonna get it.
They're gonna get it. This
A
is
word.
it's a highly
No pause.
personal game. 2 of Couch's longtime people on the other team, with all his new people. So and this is the
Revenge.
least impactful for seeding. Birmingham are either going to be the 5 or the 6. So
Yeah, I mean we're locked in. There's no pressure.
Either way, they're first rounded.
Well,
Now if we get Havoc, dude, we beat them in Scrim so good.
You're right. You're right. We got them Demons versus the Fallen. We went with the Demons.
yeah, Demons are a bit too much. Fallen played well against us. Don't know that they're gonna be able to take over what the Demons are putting out right now.
It'd be funny if the Demons lost, though.
Damn it, DK.
Comical.
It would be.
sure would suck. Sure would
The
suck.
least sincere.
He finally talked.
Dude. We're on a 3-week win streak.
It sure
Or
would
4.
suck.
I mean, it would,
Yeah,
dude.
3-week win streak. They are 9-1 in their past 10 games
They
in
do-
series.
They do
Yeah.
everything they possibly need to be a playoff contender, and then all of a sudden they just eat shit.
Moment too big.
Just-
Moment
they just
Let it
eat
happen.
shit
Come on,
in the
Raph.
last week of the
Come on, 2
season,
bagels.
dude.
Do it!
They,
Do it to
they,
him!
they started working on some stuff after our win. I was hanging in VC with a couple of them, and Neo got on, and they started working. They went to a different chat, and they're like, let's fix
Get in the
things.
lab.
Hell yeah.
So they're preparing for them Demons. They are. All right, Prism games. We got the Wave here versus the Hornets. I'm the only one taking the wave.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
Wow.
small wave right there.
Yeah. It's a tiny little
1
wave.
foot. Yeah.
You didn't take the
That's
wave.
the wave
What
pool.
gonna do? What do you mean I didn't take the wave?
No, Bacon did after you did.
Oh, I was asked I did. Yeah, you can't do the wave unless you take the wave.
I was
Take it
just
back.
mimicking your little wave. You did a little wave.
Take it back.
Fine.
Do it again.
Unwave. Yeah, this is the Hornets gift game. Very lackluster last week. I expect them to come out and smack wave in the mouth. We're also, but who knows? Are wave going
Joke's
to one
on
day
us.
for 5 weeks in a row?
Joke's on you. Waves don't have mouths.
Hornets might be broken.
Squishy, dude.
It's true.
Squishy's gonna join and he's gonna one day for the wave. I can already see it.
Storm it.
So let it be known, wave.
Yep.
I don't know if anybody on the wave listens. I think Appa does. You can't sub in the
Lemon.
playoffs, so you got to figure it out.
Like,
Yeah, you go get round one because you've never played together.
Yeah, 4 weeks in a row here. It would not shock me if it's 5. It cannot be 6. You cannot sub in the playoffs. So figure it out or make a change. You can still pick up a different free agent permanently. Do it.
do it.
But not a permanent free agent.
Just
Not a permanent.
do it.
No.
But you
A
can pick
normal
up-
free.
You can pick up a free agent permanently.
We got OKC versus Havana. Everyone but Jay is taking OKC. Jay, why are you doing that?
Because Havana just beat
Doing
their
that-
ass 3-1.
exactly. That's exactly why I'm picking Havana. You took the words right out of my mouth.
I thought you weren't good.
I was gonna say why, but then Bacon's like, no. I'm gonna take the only words that this guy's gonna say.
Jay,
What
go ahead
other
and
words
say it
did you-
again. I'm sorry.
What other words did you
taking-
have picked out?
None. Hollow. I think it's gonna be the MVP. So I'm sticking with the Hollow train. I'm gonna hope that it's a Hollow carry because I'd like to draft the 2 MVPs in the first round, like I did last season. But I don't know. We'll see. Why am I?
You
come
draft
on.
Hollow again?
No. Goodness gracious. Wasn't
What?
So Doggo was MVP
Oh.
last season,
I see. I see what you're saying.
and
Yeah,
I drafted
he
Hollow
had
this season.
drafted them.
Yes, I
just wanna
understand.
I was on board with you for a minute, Cody. That's why I was quiet.
like-
Like, what the fuck did he just say?
What is he talking about? But
Well, I got you now, Jay. I
got
understand.
Okay, thank you.
Hydra versus Rednecks. It's a sweep for the Hydra.
Sorry, Koa. Not sorry.
There's nothing to apologize for. Absolutely nothing to apologize for.
It was a sweep. He didn't pick him either.
He knows.
I mean,
You gotta
Yeah.
have some hope.
Yeah,
Yeah, where's
at
the
least put
confidence,
the question
Koa?
marks on there, Koa.
No, there is
like
no
Shade
question
does. So
Yeah, I put question marks every week.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'll do that next time.
Sentinels. We picked them. We all did. Versus the Tropical Storms.
I don't know if they're a tropical storm.
Nah.
But it's a
Oh,
tropical
boy.
depression.
He's winding it up.
So that's,
He's winding it up.
they get the big sweep and are eliminated for it. It's over.
Looks constipated.
I don't like what's happening. We're moving on.
Oh my goodness.
We got New York going up against what's their city?
Steinhatchee.
Sakatchee?
Steinhatchee.
Yeah.
Steinhatchee? It doesn't matter because they're losing. And we all think it.
That's what we
This is
think.
the 11th week we're talking about here, and we don't.
Well, I like to call them by their team names, and
And
people
it's his
put in
favorite
their,
logo.
they put in their like
It's his favorite logo. Oh my goodness.
city stuff, and it's dumb. I don't like it.
I
What
didn't
was the
even
name?
put in their
you said?
city stuff.
Stakachi?
Steinhatchee, yes, you did.
It's
SCA.
Steinhatchee.
Yeah, Scallop.
Scallops.
Hatchie.
Steinhatchee. I don't know.
SCA.
I like scallops.
Scallops.
But you have New York. Okay.
Yeah, because the alternative
OKC.
isn't PC.
It's like it is. You need to put it out there.
Not.
Oh
You
no,
just
dude.
might. Anyways, like I said, it doesn't matter because New York's winning. We all
Yep.
think it.
Rest in peace, Stakachi.
Yeah, they're out of the playoffs anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So who knows if they show up?
Oh Jesus.
You know,
Right.
Please don't forfeit games week 11,
Oh.
people.
Managers will be tossed. That's not confirmed.
This next one, kind of the same situation. We're all picking the Ospreys against the Otakus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I
sorry.
don't know what to talk about.
They just beat the actual Hydras, so
They did.
And opposed to the not actual Hydras?
opposed to the not actual Phantoms.
So you haven't heard about
confidence in them now.
the spare team we have running around the Discord?
Yeah, the extra Hydras team.
The extra Hydras team.
All we
They're
have
scary.
left is that Sentinels game, and everyone picked the Sense except for Couch. He did pick against you. How do you feel about that, Jay?
He's a hater. I mean, he thinks I hate his team, but
You hated
You don't
yourself.
think you're gonna win?
Like 30 minutes ago.
I
You
still picked
picked
the Sens.
yourself, but right now you picked
I still
the other
picked my
team.
I still picked my team.
You gave
where it
us a
counts.
score of what you shouldn't pick yourself.
I picked my team where it counts, where stats are recorded. But right
So
now,
you're okay with taking that loss on the stats?
no,
Seems like it.
no,
Just,
no,
just
no.
look at
You need to take a nap, I think.
Yeah, see, there's a reason. I have methods to my madness.
To be fair, you say stupid shit on the podcast all the time.
Well, maybe I'm just stupid.
You do it like the one time you were like
Oh my
Harriers aren't going to make the playoffs, and then you picked them to win that same week.
Yeah,
Well,
because
that was
I'm
great.
all for chaos. It was win
God, I
and they're
hate
in.
You're
He's
not
Colin-
all
he's
for
Colin
chaos.
Cowherding
You're,
the
you're
podcast.
half for or for chaos. If you were all
This is
for
great.
chaos, you'd have picked against chaos.
is
Anyway, this week so far, what? Koa, Shade, and Bacon and Couch all have 6 right. Is that what I'm saying?
Yep.
Jay with 7 right. Koala coming in with 8 correct this week. That's crazy.
So good.
He's so far back.
These overall records are
Well,
updated, yeah?
By percentages, he's kicking our ass right now. So like,
Yeah, overalls are updated right now.
It's a lot easier to guess correctly in the last half of the season.
We didn't, though.
Yeah, I still did it better than
You
you.
got
this week.
8, we got 6. You got 7. I love you, Jay. I love you.
he's so dumb, dude.
All in all, as it stands right now, without the Sentinels game tonight, Jay and Bacon up top with 49 wins. Shade and Koa 2 behind at 47. Koala is at 31.
Get in the 40s,
We'll
idiot.
give him some credit for win percentage.
guy.
Koala's 31 and 17 since he joined. Having a good run.
Try hard.
Couch hoping to win the final game of Week 10 to tie DK for guest picker with 7 and 5. So we shall see how that turns out.
Jay thinks he's going to tie him,
Jay does.
but
Jay
also thinks he won't.
Jay has zero faith in himself, Evola,
Could go both
and
ways.
whoever his third is. Who's your third?
We'll see.
Mints.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about Mints.
I love mint. Well, you just threw lemon to the wind and picked up somebody.
You forgot about the 8-bit
forgot.
rematch caster.
I did.
Yeah,
forget.
how
mean-
dare you?
So he just baited us out of rematch. That's what it was. You guys, we got one
Yes.
game on that stream. So
I don't think
Well,
that
we
was, I don't
only
think
played
that was,
2, so like, I
that's
mean,
true.
hey.
That's only that's
I don't
50%.
think we can blame that on
That's an
Minty.
F. It's bad times.
Not in college.
Yes,
Depends on
in
the
college.
curve, you know?
Well, isn't like 60 passing?
Yeah, that's a
Which
D.
would mean 50 is failing, Jay.
Okay, well it's close.
I hate him. I hate him.
Yes.
JT, you and me of all people should know what a failing grade in college is.
Whoa!
We of all
4
people
years.
should know that.
It's been 4 years.
Yes, and we both went to college for 1 year and passed one class between the two of us.
And I take pride in that.
Wait, who passed it?
Me.
Oh.
I thought with the I take pride in that, it might have been Jay.
Yeah, I take
But,
pride in the 0 classes I passed.
Dude, it's
Jay's passed
Great
many
times.
college classes as I have.
A lot of nights slept in that esports room.
I just like how we went there. 50%. That's an F. Not in college. What do you mean? No, 60's passing in college. 50 is lower
why he passed no classes.
than
AJ,
60.
pick up a trade.
He did.
Trade school, maybe.
Golfer.
He's a golfer. Yeah, he
Oh,
teaches
true.
golf.
Is that a trade?
Probably in
I don't know.
Nebraska.
I work better alone. I think that's been proven. There's a reason why I play golf and not no team sport, other than Rocket League, of course.
So is 76 lower than 80?
Yes.
I hope this is all making it.
Let's go, Jay.
Oh wait, Tiger. All right.
I think that's it. That's the place to end. That's probably the intro. So that's dope.
Oh man.
Nothing's happening like real Rocket League.
We have Raleigh coming up this weekend. We got the major. So
Anybody going?
I think-
People were throwing around that Koala was going, and I was like, I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, I've had more people tell me Koala was going than,
Yeah.
than not.
Apparently, at one point, Koala, you were all in on going no matter who else was going, and
Yeah.
Was
I told them
might have been.
I don't think so.
Koala, were you aware that you were going to Raleigh
There's,
next weekend?
I think after. Did we find out about the Seattle trip before that, or I don't remember?
Yeah.
Was it before?
I'm a D fan.
I know I bowed out after 2 cars broke down. I had to buy new ones,
Mm.
and I had that Seattle trip coming, and I had to help pay for the Florida trip, and I sent my family to Myrtle Beach.
Oh.
And
So
my balls exploded.
What?
Yeah.
If I was gonna go, I would have to like include like a race or something with it to go alone.
I do. I think.
I mean, I'll go with you, but you got to pay.
I do think Panda's going. So,
Yes.
Yeah. So look out for maybe some pictures.
And
from him.
and
Sarah.
Sarah, yeah,
Is she going
they're
with
both going.
They are.
So
Cool.
But there's that. There's as far as Rocket League, that's it. So MSI starts this week. That's League of Legends stuff. Get your pick'ems in.
No one cares about League of Legends.
Nope.
And shake her the camera.
and he's gone.
That's gonna do it. Bye.
Adios.
Thank you again for tuning into the Backpost Podcast, powered by the 8-Bit Nation. Be sure to stay active in the Discord and follow the Twitch channel at 8N Gaming so you don't miss any of the fast-paced, epic Pixel and Prism League content. Well, that's it for now. May your aerials be flawless and your saves legendary.